Hey, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and history is being made here tonight at Heritage High School. And we're going to talk about this first because this is truly one of the more remarkable things you're ever going to see here on BSN. For the first time since I've been with any media outlet in Brevard County, we are officially broadcasting live inside the gymnasium of Heritage High School. That's right. Now, we're able to do this because we are beginning to work closer and closer. We are beginning to work closer and closer, and we're live, so, you know, we're going to run into issues. Closer and closer with Ontavious McCullough, Bobby Allen, BA, and Varsity Sports Nation. And I couldn't be more grateful to Ontavious for coming down here today and setting up all of this remarkable equipment that's going to allow us to bring you in the coming months better quality, better production, and just a much better viewing experience. We start off, as we always do, we're here at Heritage Panther Media Day, and I tell you, this is a phenomenal event that Coach Benson and the Booster Club put on for the student athletes. Coach, we're back here for another year. Your second. So before we start talking about this year, tell me, go back to last year and give me what's different about you this year at this time compared to last year at this time.
For myself?
Yeah.
I think I'm more comfortable.
Hold that up a little closer.
I think I'm a little bit more comfortable. I got a lot of stuff that, when you take over a program, you got to take over a lot of things.
Right.
I think this year I got everything in control. I got a lot of support. So that's what makes everything easier for me. And then I'm in a routine where we got a nice routine going on, with the coaches and practice and, strength and conditioning. So we're rolling on all cylinders right now.
I'll tell you what, no doubt about it. I think the remarkable thing is you sat here last year with me and said, Alan, just because we have 26 seniors, it doesn't mean that once these seniors graduate, we're going to be that young next year. You're young in spots, but you're only young in terms of experience because you've got 20-plus more seniors yet this year. You told me last year, and I'll never, ever, ever forget it. You said to me, look, I got guys that could start anywhere else right now watching the guys ahead of them.
Absolutely.
You got, 10 of 11 guys that are going to be brand new starters on the defensive side of the ball this year. How are you making this work?
It's really the kids buying into the system,
right,
to be honest, and buying into the culture and understanding, how we operate here. And I think it's a big testament to the kids, buying into what we do. We take off season very, very, very serious here. So when we're in the off season, we're actually getting after it, and whether it's on the board, wherever it's in the weight room, whatever we're doing, we get after it and we take advantage of the times that we can.
Coach, last year 9-2. And you and I talked on multiple occasions. You told the world you were going to schedule tougher.
It's the same look my coaches gave me.
Yeah, well, I bet they did. Now, we know that I'm like tripping over my words here because let me tell you this. When we did the preview, and by the way, please make sure you read the Heritage Panthers football preview. We okay? Okay. When we did the Heritage Panthers football preview, when I wrote it last night, I did the record of the teams that you'll face this year from last year. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, with no disrespect to the Cocoa Tigers because they play a tough schedule every year. Never since I've ever been writing previews, whether it be here, 321, Space Coast Daily, wherever, have I ever seen a team play a schedule where the combined record of their opponents from the year before was 89 wins. You got 89 and 31 is a 741 strength of schedule. It's the largest strength of schedule I've ever seen. You're playing 2 state champs and 2 regional finalists. Man, you went after it.
Well, we did. It goes back to, honestly, how we had a great year last year, and I won't take that from anybody, but I think we didn't, and I think everybody knew, like, we didn't get pushed like we should have during the year. And did I want everybody on the schedule like that we have? No, but it comes with the territory of going 9-2.
Sure.
Going blowing people out and a lot of teams don't want to play you. So at the end of the day, you really got to just take it how you get it, and then at the end of the day, we're not scared because I believe in my coaches,
Right.
honestly, and we prepare very, very well, and they wouldn't be on my staff if they didn't know football, and didn't break down football and didn't scout people the way we scout and break down teams. So that's where I'm confident as a head coach, where I know my staff is going to be ready, so we're going to get these guys ready to get ready for each and every game that we got. There's no cupcake schedule.
No, it's not.
So we're preparing ourselves to get a long run in the playoffs.
You're in the 5. I think you're the only Brevard County team in 5A this year. You're in District 13, and you're in there with South Fork, Martin County, and Fort Pierce Central.
Yep.
So
No, Westwood.
Fort Pierce Westwood. Fort Pierce Westwood, my mistake. So you'll play those 3 teams. And, of course, next week and all season long here on Brevard Sports. Now, I think the only game we can't do is that when you travel down there for one of those games, I believe. We can't go down and do that. But you'll see every Heritage Panther home game and most of their away games right here on Brevard Sports Network this year. Coach, let's talk about the quarterback situation. For the first time since 2019, a guy named Tenta is not going to be the guy. Joe, I hope he had a great year touring with the WWE.
I was mad that he didn't take me.
Yeah, right? Well, I will say this. I did get a souvenir chair from WrestleMania, so thank you, Joe. I'm still in awe of that. But you got 2 pretty good quarterbacks, Coach. A couple of rising juniors, a couple of transfers. You got Byron Thompson from Palm Bay and Jackson Summerall from Vero Beach. Where are we at with this battle? We're
doing all right, man.
Yeah.
They're both playing well. Byron is going to play a lot of defense. Jackson, he is our guy right now, and there's still is going to be a battle every single week.
What do each one of these guys bring that's different to the table?
Jackson, he's your pocket passer.
Yeah.
Your RPO type of kid, get it out. But Byron he's one of those electric guys where he can change the whole game. And just with a scramble.
Your wide receiver core, I know that you're thrilled with this year. A lot of returners there. Of course, you got the UF commit there and Cordero. Tell us a little bit about that position, because I think this year you're going to be – listen, there's a lot to be said for balance, and I don't think there was a team as balanced as you were last year. Yep. You only had 41 more rushing yards than you did passing yards last year.
We were 50-50.
Yeah, and that is, I said to you last night, what kind of an offense do you run? Whatever that defense is going to give me.
Absolutely.
And that's what those statistics say. But tell me about these guys that are catching balls this year.
Man, they're actually all of them are returning besides one. We got a little freshman, Ryan McKizzee. He's probably going to help out a lot. We got a kid that moved up from last year, Kaiser Burge, that's going to help out a lot as well. But you have IJ, TJ, and JR. Man, those guys are just.
I can't keep up with it. Go ahead.
Those guys are electric, man. All you got to do is get the ball in their hands and let them work. And that's what we try to preach. We just let these guys work. We're not trying to do too much. Let these guys work and let the defense go make tackles. And if they don't make tackles, then we're going to make them pay.
Be a running back by committee back
absolutely.
There. You got a bunch of good guys. But I want to talk about your offensive line, because you're really impressed with them. Talk about these guys.
Man, I love every second that I've seen from them all summer. They came together. They were I have a great leader, Lucas Moreno. He missed all last season. He went through a terrible
and we're laughing, but
yes.
I've never seen anybody break each foot
in the same spot
at different times.
Yeah, different times,
right?
Yes. He got back from one injury, and in first game back, he broke the next one. Actually, his first play back. So it was crazy, but he's been working his tail off. He's one of the leaders, along with Barnes. We got Centige Miracle at tackle. So we're pretty experienced there, and I think that's where we're gonna shock a lot of people by running the ball.
Yes,
running the ball is Heritage is known for running
the ball,
and we're gonna keep that tradition going.
Yeah, no doubt. But I also know you like to throw it sometimes.
Of course. That's why we're 50-50.
Right. You next week, Rockledge Kickoff Classic right here. I love your coaching staff. I think your coaching staff is phenomenal. I'll talk about the defense. I know you got to go get with pictures,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, I'm going to let you go. You're going to finish this up with me,
I'll
so
come
don't
back.
get
Yes,
out of here.
absolutely.
Go get your pictures done,
All
and
right.
then we'll be back. We'll talk about the defense as
Sounds
we
good.
wind down. It's Coach Michael Benson of the Heritage Panthers, and this is a football team this year that's, listen, it's going to be an interesting season for Heritage. We talk about that schedule. But this won't be a 9-2 football team this year. It won't. And I think a lot of people in this gymnasium know that. But it will be 6-4 or 7-3, and it will be a football team that is better in the playoffs. They're certainly going to be far more battle tested come November than they were last November, and you heard Coach Benson say that. And that's not a knock on the team from last season. That was a really good football team. That defense last year tied a school record with 6 shutouts. They only allowed 8 points per game last year. So, yes, this is going to be a good football team. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to watch them. On the defensive side of the football, they got one guy coming back on the defensive side of the football that started there last year. Now, that doesn't mean that the other guys that are filling in, as we said, those guys watched a lot from the sidelines last year as juniors. This is a team with 20-plus seniors this season. So they're getting team pictures done right now. I don't know. Is there any way to show that? Yeah. We'll show you what's going on here inside the gymnasium and kind of what goes on here at media nights. And there you see the Heritage Panthers in the stands and getting their team pictures done. And as soon as they're done, we will start bringing players on and talking to them. But it's still just weird to me, extremely weird to me, to be live inside of this gymnasium. And again, we want to thank Ontavious McCullough and Varsity Sports Nation. Get used to hearing that name, along with Brevard Sports Network, as we move forward into expansion ourselves. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll step aside here for about 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. And hopefully by that time, we'll start filtering in some of these players. You're watching Brevard Sports Network, Heritage Panther Media Day. And tonight, it's sponsored by Ubrazade.
Sweet day in the Tampa area. It's the Pittsburgh.
All right, we're here with Maurice Allen, long drive champion.
All right, welcome back to Heritage High School. Still some pictures going on. Let's talk about their schedule this year, which is incredible. And again, I want to thank Ubrazade and Tim Stockton and Bo and Mike DeVinny and the entire staff at Ubrazade for the great job. They'll be back this year, so thanks again to Ubrazade. So next week, it all gets underway with the Kickoff Classic, and that's going to be against Rockledge. So that's going to be here against the Rockledge Raiders. They will then travel to play Palm Bay. And last year, that's a meeting Heritage won 34-0. The Panthers are 5-7 all time against the Pirates. and then they will travel to go play Seminole. Seminole was an incredible team last year. They were 10-3, and I believe it's a first-time meeting between Heritage and Seminole. They will then return home after the 2 games to start on the road, and they'll host O'Galley, a team that they beat last time they played them in 2021, 21-14. All-time, Heritage 8-1 against the Panthers. And then the big matchup that the county is going to be talking about at Cocoa. Cocoa 14-1 last year. The last meeting won by Cocoa in the COVID season of 2020, 49-0. All-time Heritage 0-2 against the Tigers. And then they return home for 4 straight games. They'll look to avenge their playoff loss here at home to Vero Beach. Again, last year lost that meeting in the playoffs 28-17. They will then get into the district schedule as they will host South Fork and Westwood, and then they will they will host state champion Mainland. And then they will travel to Martin County and finish up at Melbourne Central Catholic. So again, Palm Bay, Seminole, O'Galley, Cocoa, Vero Beach, South Fork, Westwood, Mainland, at Martin County, at Melbourne Central Catholic. MCC last year 9-3, Martin County 5-4, Mainland 14-1, Westwood 7-4, South Fork 4-6. It's the only team on the schedule with a losing record from last year. Vero Beach 9-3, Cocoa 14-1, O'Galley 10-2, Seminole 10-3, Palm Bay 7-4, Rockledge 6-6. The combined record of that schedule from last year and this year, 89-31. The teams they played last year were 89-31 for a 741 strength of schedule. Let's tell you a little bit about the Panthers coaching staff, who, of course, we got Coach Benson as the head coach, and his dad coaches the DBs, Mike Benson, the defensive coordinator back for his second season as defensive coordinator, Mark Ainsley. You got Coach Bill Palmer, who coaches the quarterbacks and special teams. Nick Paris on the O-line. Josh Hungerford on the D-line. Franz Polomise, the DB strength and conditioning coach, DB coach as well. And Scott Raymond, the offensive assistant, who also handles the JB squad. All right, let's get them over here and bring them on here. Come on, guys. Come on over this side. You have a seat here. Sit up here with me. Grab that mic. How you doing, young man?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. Have a seat. All right. So we've got our first 2 participants here tonight as we have the quarterbacks for the Heritage Panthers. DB2 for you, right? Yes, yeah, man. You're back there trying to pick off some passes too. Jackson Summerall to my right. We okay? Okay, and that's our camera right there. Jackson Summerall to my right, the transfer from Vero Beach, and to my left here from Brevard County, the transfer from Palm Bay, Byron Thompson. And Jackson, let me start with you. How has the transition been for you from Vero Beach here to Heritage High School?
Well, all in all, the transition's
hold that up just a little more. Yep.
It's the next step in my life. It's a transition. It's a new journey I get to compete at a different level. I get to do everything and new experiences and everything. So all in all, it's been great so far, and I'm very blessed to have the ability to transfer.
Now, we're going to talk about your summer and the camps. I've been following you on social media. I've seen some of the things you've done this summer. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You coming over from Palm Bay, you had a great year last year, 555 yards passing for the Pirates. You also added 100 on the ground. If I ask you to describe and tell me, what kind of quarterback are you? What would you say to me? And hold that up for me.
I'll say I'm a dual threat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to put it. Now, what do you do best, though? Are you best at knowing when to get out of the pocket, or are you best at identifying downfield targets?
Getting out of pocket for sure.
Yeah. What do you like doing more? You like picking off passes and dropping wide receivers, or do you like running for a touchdown?
I like running for a touchdown. For
okay.
sure.
All right. If I said to you right now, You can only pick one position to play. What position? Yeah, no. One position.
Put me on the spot.
What position would you want to play? No matter where you are or who you're playing for. You think about it, and I'm coming back to you. But that's the first question I'm going to ask you. All right, so let's talk about your summer. Man, you got a gun. I like your footwork in the pocket. I like the way I'm a former quarterback, so I'm not just looking at you dropping balls into targets. I'm looking at your footwork. I'm looking at your arm angle. I'm looking at your field vision. What's the most important thing to you as a quarterback?
Well, the most important thing to me is to, number one, glorify my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Love it.
But secondly, I like to be a team player, make sure I'm in the pocket. I make sure I'm helping out my team, coaching them up if they do wrong, keeping my team all connected together and working as the best we can.
From a mechanical standpoint, what would you say was the most important thing for a quarterback? Is it footwork? Is it the hips? Is it the arms? What would you say is the most important thing for you from a mechanical standpoint as a quarterback?
Well, if you consider reading the field and everything,
right.
I would consider that is the most important. But if you're talking about like throw form and everything, I would say definitely your footwork and your hips being active and everything just being together with the sequence and all.
Time for an answer.
I'll play quarterback.
All right, there you go. I like it. All right, so tell me how your transition. Jackson's coming up from Vero Beach, right?
Yeah.
So, but tell me how you're coming down the street.
Yeah.
And so, how's the transition been for you from Palm Bay to here? Been okay?
It's been good.
Yeah.
It's good. The transition is like from quarterback to defense.
Right.
Is the biggest thing, and then have to go back to quarterback.
Right.
You have to get my mechanicals and stuff back right.
Well, for you playing both sides of the ball, that's a lot of conditioning too.
It is.
How do you manage your conditioning? What do you do to keep your body in shape? Take me through a Byron Thompson day.
I wake up.
Yeah.
Eat.
What are you eating? Something good?
Breakfast.
Okay.
Every morning.
All right.
Every morning. Then
he told me breakfast. No, I got you. What's your favorite breakfast though?
I gotta say pancakes.
Okay, there you go.
Pancakes
All right, lots of syrup. No?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go ahead. So you eat pancakes with syrup. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then I'll just be chilling to practice.
Got you.
Yeah.
What kind of workouts you doing though? Like this off season, what did you do to get your body ready for this dual role you're going to be doing? Defense, maybe playing some quarterback. What are you doing?
I've been doing like a lot of like working on my legs.
Sure.
Hips,
right.
Like cuts and stuff.
Got you.
Just to get out the pocket and be able to like come down on the ball when I'm on defense.
I got you. Jackson, you look at your team. You got a great offensive line this year. You're in camp. Tell me what you think of your new team to this point.
Well, I'm very excited, but honestly, I love my team and I love how they are together. We're all a big family, and we push one another to become better in every aspect of the game, and that's my favorite part about the team. This team is more connected, I would say, than my past team.
All right, guys, no more football. Two more questions for you. All right, so if I asked you right now, what is if you got to ask moms to make you one thing, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, what's the one thing you want moms to make you? Can't go buy it. She's got to make it. What's your favorite dish? Homemade dish.
Chicken and shrimp salad.
Ooh,
sure good.
He's getting chicken and shrimp. Yeah, I'm coming with you tonight. How about you? What's your favorite home cooked meal?
Has to be steak and mashed potatoes.
Steak and mashed potatoes. Yeah, come on, listen to these guys. Chicken and shrimp and steak and mashed potatoes. These are all American guys right here, no doubt about it. If I picked up your phone right now, what would be the app that you're on the most?
I would have to say, probably YouTube. I like watching
YouTube.
I like watching football games and stuff. So,
Okay,
yeah.
How about you?
Netflix
and YouTube. I got you, guys. Listen, I've watched you both a lot, and I'm going to see you both a lot this year. Brevard Sports Network has all of your football games this year, so we're very excited about that. Byron, congratulations on your success to this point, and good luck.
Appreciate you.
Jackson, congratulations on your success to this point. We'll be back with a couple of the big guys in the trenches coming up here on Brevard Sports Network. Ready? Here we go. All right, welcome back to Heritage High School. And they got my favorite guys. As a former quarterback, these were my favorite guys. Thank you. These were my favorite guys. I gave Caleb a signal. He gives it to me. I'm like, what is he talking about? Now I got it. And to my left, big guy in the Sam Barnes. And to my right, Lucas Moreno. And start with you. Where on the lines do you play?
I play guard and center.
Guard and center.
I can really play wherever.
Where
Don't matter.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So center is obviously the position that you got to call out the formations. You got to do. What do you prefer to play?
Prefer?
Yeah.
Whatever my team need me at.
There you go. You see, these guys are getting so much better. I used to be able to get an answer out of them, right? Now, yep, you see. All right. Lucas, you didn't play last year, and I want to talk about real quick why. Because it's one of the strangest. I can remember hearing this story last year and thinking, that poor dude, man. So take me back to, I guess, when the first injury occurred. He broke each foot at different times and was out for the year. So take me when you broke your first foot.
It was my sophomore year, spring. I broke my right foot just going out doing a drill. It just broke. I didn't know how it broke. I just stepped and it broke. I heard it break.
In a weird place, too, right?
In a weird place. It was the outside at the bottom of my foot.
Yeah.
So that's where it was.
And then how did so that heals.
It heals. I get back in, playing against Centennial my junior year. I come back, and second play of the game, I break my left foot.
It's crazy. It's in the same place, right?
Same exact place.
Same place, same injury, right? So, all right, so you get back. How did you – listen – guys that get injured, like Keegan right now, my heart goes out to the guy. I'm cheering for him, man. I know what kind of rehab you guys have to go through to get back on the field. How were you able to keep your spirits up after the second foot break?
I just knew that I'm gonna come back a lot stronger,
right?
And it'll come back a lot healthier than it was before. Because normally after a break, you come back and the bone's stronger.
Right.
So I knew in that mindset, I kept that mindset in my head that I'm going to come back stronger and better than I was before.
And you had already been there, so you knew you already had this, right?
Yep.
That's a great mindset to have. All right, let me ask you this. I asked Coach Benson what unit he loved the most, and he said the offensive line. Tell me about this group. I'm going to have you describe this offensive line because he loves it. What makes it so special this year? I know you guys got size, but what makes this unit so special?
Attitude.
Yeah.
I love personally just go out and hit somebody. It don't matter to me. As long as I get my assignment done, go out there, be physical, put somebody in the dirt. It don't matter to me. That's what I love, and I think that's what he loves when it comes to this too. We got to be physical. We win the game. If we don't, we lose.
Straight facts.
They don't mean nothing unless we dominate.
And that schedule says that, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to be tested week in and week out. For you, obviously, guard, center, wherever you're playing. Tell me about what's the joy in offensive line? I mean, how do you feel inside? Because you got to get up and get ready for the next
I get
play.
a chance to put somebody in the dirt.
Tell me when you pancake somebody. I've never pancaked anybody in my life unless I'm putting syrup on it. So tell me that feeling. Describe that feeling.
It's like a rush.
Yeah.
You get to see somebody on the floor. It's a big rush for me.
Do you just want to look at them and go, I done told you I was going to do this? How about for you?
It is a big rush. It just comes as soon as I grab them, and then they're on the floor. I just look straight in their eyes and I just get that big energy, and it's like when you're a little kid and you get that piece of candy for the first time that you never had.
Right, I
and
know
it's
that
like
candy. All right,
it's just like that.
No more football. Let's have a little fun. All right. Now, obviously, you big guys have to stay well-fed to be strong. What is your favorite homemade dish? Like, what is the dish? Like, you get to pick one thing that gets made at home. Mom's going to make it. What is it?
It's a Filipino dish called sinigang.
All right. Describe that.
It's like a soup that you put in rice and stuff like that. It has any type of meat, vegetables like okra, eggplant, green beans, broccoli, stuff like that.
I like that.
It's very good.
How about you? You get to pick one home-cooked meal. What's it going to be?
Curry chicken and rice.
Curry, chicken, and rice. Man, I'll tell you, the chicken and the shrimp and the curry chicken, and you guys are getting me hungry. We're definitely making a stop on the way home. There ain't no doubt about that. I got to find me a good chicken place on the way home. All right, so if I picked up your phone right now, what app are you looking at the most?
App.
Yep. What app are you going to?
YouTube probably.
Same for you? YouTube?
Most likely.
All right. Describe this football team in one sentence.
Physical, heart, and just great talent.
The offensive line, describe them in one sentence.
What I want to say, I can't say.
Hold on for a second. Put that down. Whisper it to me. Whisper it to me. Go ahead. You can whisper it to me. Come on. You can say all of that, and then just don't say the other word, and I'll say beat. Ready? Just say beat that every week. Say it. Beat
that
every week, right? Mm-hmm. You fill in the blank right there, because that's what big guys do every week. Beat that every week. Tell everybody who you are.
Lucas Marino.
Deshaun Barnes.
And I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. We'll be right back in just a moment. Nice job.
AI Basket is the innovative solution developed by Optimal Way and Group Media Pro to synchronize data collected via the digital score sheet with the match video produced by Automatic TV System. With this video and data synchronization, AI Basket goes one step beyond simple production automation, providing basketball federations and competitions with an absolutely disruptive solution. The system automatically schedules the recordings of all your games, taking into account any delays that may occur. If you wish, in addition to the games, you can also produce training sessions or any other sport that takes place on your court. Watch both live and recorded games from the website or the Federation's app. Enrich your broadcast with graphics and stats just like any professional production, fully automatically and unattended. From the Federation's app, view clips of any action registered on the digital score sheet. Save your team's most interesting plays and review them with the players to improve technical skills. Create and share personalized content for each team and player. Each player will automatically receive a video with a compilation of their plays. And as if all this were not enough, AI Basket is also an effective tool for federations management, consisting of different portals for federations, clubs, referees, coaches, and federates, as well as a website and an app. The first step has been taken, but thanks to our AI algorithms' understanding of the game, we have another major innovation in our sights, being able to generate statistics fully automatically. This is AI Basket, the most complete solution in the world of basketball.
All right, welcome back to Heritage High School. We got, I was never a big fan of it, but if there ever was a thing called skill position players, we got them right here, and that is for sure. There's no doubt about it. So we're going to start right here, and they're going to introduce themselves, and then we're going to take it from there.
Isaiah Cordero, class of 2025.
Demetrius Samuel Jr.
TJ Morrow Jr.
All right, you gave me some initials. What were those initials?
JR.
JR says to me, I said, before it's all said and done here tonight, you have got to, do the chomp. And I did it wrong. For the first time in my life, I had no idea it was right hand over left hand. It's a true Gator right here, I'm going to tell you right now. So the question comes to you. I haven't had a chance to talk to you. Doing your preview, looking at your numbers and going through your social media, congratulations. Tell me about the decommit and the recommit to Florida. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it was a really hard choice between Syracuse and Florida, obviously. But me and my parents was talk about it for a little minute, and obviously Florida being my dream school, they was pushing real hard. And after like a long talk with Florida and my parents, it felt like it was just the right fit. We had took a couple visits again to make sure everything was everything, and then we made that move.
You know, not to mention the fact, man, going up and playing. Well, they play in a dome up there, and but the weather, man. That's the first thing I thought. I was you get to stay in the good weather. All right, let's start right here. Talk about this wide receiving core in this backfield this year, and what the expectations are for this.
The expectation is just 6 every time we on the field. You feel me? Our receivers faster than everybody in the county. Our running backs, I think we got the best running back core in the county.
Yeah, and you go both ways though, right?
Yes, sir.
So that secondary, I want to ask you about the secondary too. 13 interceptions last year. This young man right here had 5. I think you had what, 2?
Nah, I ain't played defense last year. I played this year.
Okay, just this year. Okay, so what's your goal back there? That's right, 10 of you. You're the only returning starter on the defense this year, aren't you? That's right.
Sir.
I forgot about that. All right, so what's your goal back there this year?
Breaking interception record.
I got you. Okay. All right. Talk about that running backs and the wide receivers and what this offense wants to do this year.
We know we want to win games, so we're
like
just taking it step by step. It's a process,
What did you think when you saw that schedule released?
We had to work.
Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yes, sir, we got to work.
I mean, when you see a schedule like that, first of all, I'm going to tell you guys this, and I don't know if you know this or read or even read this today, and I've said this about 100 times on the broadcast, but it blows my mind. I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen, and I mean this, I've never seen a high school football schedule tougher than the one that you guys had. For the first time, you play teams from last year that collectively won 89 wins. That's incredible, guys,
yes,
and
sir.
I commend you for being excited to play that schedule. Talk to me a little bit. You aren't coming off the field. You're gonna play. You're an athlete. You're gonna play wide receiver. You're gonna be doing jet sweeps. You're gonna be in the DB. And you're going to be returning kicks this year, too?
Of course.
Yeah, I thought so, man, because you put up some wicked numbers, right? You had a punt return touchdown last year. So my question to you is, how do you keep your body conditioned to play all 100 plays of a game?
Well,
what do you do?
I'm not even going to lie to you. I eat whatever, but when it comes down to it, I just, try to train my best for both sides in a day, so I can have a feeling of how it's gonna be and what it's gonna be like. So I think it really just comes down to how I practice.
Hey, a big factor is Coach P too.
Yeah, Coach P. Shout out Coach P.
Tell me about that.
Coach P put us through the work. That's
France
that's like our
Palomese
mentor.
is who we're talking about, right?
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
And he and I think he still has that training center, right?
Yes, sir,
he does a terrific job. What's it called? I can't remember.
Mental welfare fitness.
Yeah. I mean, he does a terrific. Franz was a heck of a high school and college player himself, and maybe we'll talk to him before it's all said and done.
Yes, sir.
But I like the fact that you shout out to him. Tell me about the off season with Franz and what you guys did. Just grind it.
He put us through it. He put us through it.
I like it.
It's work. It's really never days off. When it's days off, we're still in that active fitness mode. It'll be like stretching your hips or something that still keep your body.
It's all effective.
Yeah.
It's all effective.
I love it, man. I love to hear that. All right, so another question that I got for you guys, and listen, you a lot of people think because you lose all them seniors last year that this ain't an older team. It is. You got 20 plus seniors again this year. Obviously, you got a lot of transfers in, so a lot of you guys are getting to know each other and learn each other as time progresses. How has that been as a team? Where would you say this team is right now, bond-wise?
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of us, we already play with each other, either Little League or, high school already. So it's
You know each other,
Yeah,
and you
so-
know what each other's capable of.
Yeah, so pretty much we're starting to get to know each other more and more every day. But I think right now we're coming together as one pretty well.
Let me ask you one more question just about you before we talk about the team. Reclassifying, how was that for you? Was that difficult, or was it an easy transition to do?
Nah, it was pretty easy. Me
Was
and my
it?
parents were already talking about it. I already took some of my high school classes in middle school, so
Right.
only have 3 extra classes online, so everything was pretty easy.
I love to hear that. Okay, so what do you know? Do you have any idea? Well, you keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be playing in the league. I was going to ask him what he's going to study. The NFL, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
what else?
Also, sports medicine
Sports
and
medicine?
kinesiology.
Okay. All right. I know where you see your. Listen, talent galore. Where do you see yourself after football's over?
After football's over, I say something with a business.
Oh, yeah?
I want to start a business.
What do you like doing, like, outside of sports?
Outside of sports?
Yeah, and it can be, I like chilling, playing some video games.
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't do much. Just
All
play
right.
sports and video games.
So what all right, have you, college, you played you played
Yes,
in
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
All right, who you playing with?
I play with UCF.
All right, have you built him into a state or a national champion yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, I know it's tough, ain't it? You
Yes,
get
sir.
in there and every damn year it's Georgia winning. You got to take care. Winning, you got to take care. I can't stand it. Y'all playing college football?
Yeah, of course.
All right, who you playing? You playing with the Gators, right?
I play with them in Texas Tech.
Texas Tech?
Yeah,
Okay,
Texas
how about
Tech.
you?
I play with UGA.
All right. How cool
Oh
is
man, he trying to play with UGA.
That boy is trash.
Nah,
How
he
cool-
garbage. He playing with #1 ranked team in the game. Man.
How cool is it though to see like former guys from this county on there knowing they pulled down $600 and a free game because that's what EA had to pay them? I mean, that's a goal, right? You want to do that, don't
That's
you?
good.
Yeah, that's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
I can see all three of you on that. What would you want everybody to know about the Heritage Panthers for 2024? Y'all get to give me one or two words to describe them, and we'll start with you.
1 or 2 words.
Yeah, just one or two words.
Dang.
It's tough, man. That's a good question.
Hey, I got mine ready.
Go ahead, Ray. Go ahead.
My 2 words, we coming.
We coming.
Well,
Shoot, that's what it
We
is.
coming.
We coming, man.
We might not have all the talent in the world as you can see, like the name wise, but we definitely work hard and we definitely gonna put up a
It's
fight.
a lot of doubters too. It's a lot of doubters. I want to prove them wrong.
You know, let me say this. Last year, you know, being in the media, let me tell you from a media standpoint what I'm seeing, okay? Because ain't nobody more involved than me, first of all. Ain't nobody that digs as deep as I do. So, from a media standpoint, last year, I would say you had more doubters last year. This year, what people want to see, here's what people are saying. People are saying they're not going to be a 9-win team this year, but they might go 7-3, but be a team that makes a deep run in the playoffs because they played such a tougher schedule. How do you feel about hearing something like that?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with hearing that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We got some dogs and we ready to unleash them.
Same thing, right? You go, yeah, listen, I think the same thing, and you hear it coming right from the dogs' mouths right up here.
Yes, sir,
Gentlemen,
yes, sir.
tell everybody who you are again.
Isaiah Cordero.
Demetrius Samuel Jr.
TJ Monroe Jr.
Guys, I can't wait to play with you all in a couple of years, next year on EA Sports College Football. But right now, you'll see them all right here on Brevard Sports Network in the next 10, 11 weeks. We'll be right back right here on BSN. All right, we had the offensive players here, and I'm going to tell you what. I'm sitting up here with 4 guys that I know. I can't remember. I can't remember his name, but he said that they were gonna. What did he say about beating that? You know what this week, right? Well, we got 4 defensive guys sitting up here, and I'm telling you, I can just smell the readiness in them. They are ready to go out there and get in that 33 stack and just crush the opposing offenses. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Go ahead and tell everybody who you are and what year you are.
How's it going? I'm Brock Eden, class of 2025.
LJ Thompson, class of 2025.
Zach Hicks, class of 2025.
Deshaun Harper, class of 2025.
Hold that up a little more.
Deshaun Harper, class of 2025.
All right. Brock, I'm going to start over here with you, and we're going to work right on down the line.
All right.
Linebacking and the defense that you run is critical. Speed, and reacting, reading in the defense that you run is important. Talk a little bit about this defense and what makes it so special. Because, look, you guys got a lot to live up to this year. 6 shutouts last year, 8 points a game. Talk about that.
Man, it's just different over here. We just fly around, just everything, making tackles, just leaders on the defense. Zach is a big leader, just everything. It's just special. It's really special.
Talk about that the type of defense you run and the special to run it successfully, because it's not easy. It can be difficult at times. Talk a little bit about it and why you like playing in it.
I run a 3-3 stack. We have a wonderful coach, linebacker coach, Coach Ainsley. We have 3 wonderful linebackers that we have great chemistry together. Me and Bobo started together freshman year. Me and Zach, we always knew each other since we was little. So, it's great chemistry between us. And overall, I feel like
you got the size to drop what's necessary on running backs coming through the holes, don't you?
Yes, sir.
But you also have some guys up front that are dogs too,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So I want you to tell me about leading this unit. You said we got Zach over here leading the unit. When you hear that coming from a teammate, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good, you know what I'm saying? I just hold everybody accountable, you know what I'm saying? D-line's good, linebackers good. We just work on getting better every day, doing great, and doing what we have to do.
Last year, all of you guys are new starters, right? You're all new starters this year.
Sure.
And so tell me, you step in this year to make your mark. You look back at what they accomplished last year. And I love those guys. Don't get me wrong. They had a heck of a season last year, but they ain't playing this schedule.
Yeah.
Okay? You look at that schedule. You see that schedule. When you saw that schedule, what did you think?
I mean, I'm ready. I think the whole team's ready.
Yeah?
We got a lot of leaders. We need people to lead by example, and that's the way we're going to get things done.
All right, we're going to come back down this way. If I ask you to describe the front 7 in one word, what would that description be?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Straight dogs.
Okay. All right, I feel you. All right, let's talk. I know what you guys are going to do defensively. Let's have some fun because, listen, we're going to be talking football for the next 12 weeks. Zach, how do you unwind from football? What do you do for fun? Like, how do you just say, you know what, I need to get away from football for a couple hours? What are you doing?
I'm playing Madden.
Madden?
Yeah, I'm playing Madden.
So is it college football or Madden?
I'm playing Madden right now.
Madden?
I'm still on PS4
How's
right
the
now.
You got 2025, obviously, right?
Yes, sir.
How's 2025 compared to 2024? Any better? Or?
25 better.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll say it's better.
Who you play with?
I play with the Seahawks, Seahawks
Man,
on
get
top.
up at the Seahawks. Play with the Seahawks.
Seahawks on top.
So what do you do to unwind? How do you unwind? How do you kick back?
Honestly,
hold that up.
Honestly, I never get tired of football. If I'm being honest,
oh, seriously?
Yeah, honestly,
but you got to get away from it sometimes.
If I get away from football, I'm spending time with my family.
I got you.
Being around, I'm a bit family person, so I like to be around my family 24/7.
I love that. I love that. Big family guy. How you getting away from the game?
Outdoors.
Yeah.
Just hunting, fishing.
All right. What are you fishing for? What'd you go fish? Where do you like to fish? Where's the spot? If I said, tell me where the spot is. Where is it?
Offshore, the ocean.
Oh, you like the big stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inlet, maybe.
All right. So Are your parents standing out here anywhere?
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay, is that mom?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. All right, so I'm going to put you all on the spot. So one dish. You get to pick one dish that your mom makes that you get to pick for dinner.
It's actually my dad that cooks.
Is it your dad that
Yeah.
cooks? All right, one dish. That's bad of me. It's 2024. First of all, let me apologize to everyone out there. If you know me, you know I didn't. I'm just saying. All right, let me rephrase that question. That's the trickiness of the lives. When a parent cooks, what is the one dish you want?
I'd probably say chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and It's
Yeah.
the dumplings that he makes are
Yeah.
special, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, how about for you? You're a family guy now. You get to pick one dish the parents get to cook.
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo.
With broccoli in it.
With broccoli in it. Okay. How about for you?
Probably for me, it'll probably be the lasagna. You know.
Oh, let's
Lasagna.
talk.
Homemade,
That's
homemade,
my
everything
favorite.
homemade.
Is your parents here?
Yeah, over there.
Okay. All right. So, how's mom make her lasagna? Because I'm always up for some newness. What's in it that makes it so good?
To be honest, I don't know.
Let
I'd
me
be
just
sleep.
ask: is it mom that makes the lasagna?
Yeah, my mom.
Okay, but I just want to be sure. Go ahead.
To be honest, I'd be sleep. She wake up, start early in the morning.
It's handmade, ain't it?
Yeah, she's everything from scratch.
Mom, you bake them noodles? Yes, indeed. I love it. All right, how about for you?
With me, I'm gonna say shrimp Alfredo.
Shrimp Alfredo.
yes.
And who does the cooking on that in the house?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to get me banned with the dad
Oh,
thing.
sure.
No, I'm just kidding. Guys, listen, I love talking to you guys. I think this is great, and I'm excited for you guys this year because I think with this schedule. Now, let me ask you this: as a member of the media, the scuttlebutt is, well, this is a team that's not going to win 9 games, but they can go 6-4, 9-3, or 7-3, and be a better playoff team. When you hear that, you okay with that?
You know, to be honest, I just want to take this week by week. You know what I'm saying? We go
week by week. You're learning.
Yeah.
I think, the ultimate goal is to play as far as you can in November,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So if this schedule is an iron sharpens iron thing, I think that's absolutely what's best for the program. And I'm excited because you're going to see most every Heritage Panther football game right here on Brevard Sports Network. It's going to be Coach Blue. It's going to be Billy Palmer and Chase Alexander, the crew. And I'm going to jump in there because there are a couple of these games I got to see this year. So, gentlemen, tell everybody who you are again.
Brock Eden, class of 2025.
LJ Thompson, class of 2025.
Zach Hayes, class of 2025.
Deshaun Harper, class of 25.
And I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. I ain't going to tell you what class I'm a part of. We'll be right back right here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, finishing up here as we wrap up from Heritage Panther Media Day, and here with Coach Michael Benson to do that. And Coach, we don't have to get into the defense and all that because I met your defense and I met your linebackers and a couple of the big guys. An impressive group of young men, and I don't mean on the football field because we'll see that,
right?
But off the football field, talk about that aspect of it because when I look at their social media, on their Twitter feeds or X feeds, I'm seeing a lot of 3 3s, 3 5s, 2 9s, 3 8s. Impressive GPAs, Coach, and proudly displayed. Talk about them as student athletes and people.
Well, obviously, we want to get them in college, and obviously, if you don't have the grades, you can't go nowhere. We try to preach that from day one, and I think every program out there is trying to preach that. But with us having study hall in the morning, which is mandatory for all the kids, no matter what your GPA is. So we really, really try to preach that because there's a lot of colleges out there and you can get somewhere if you really want to play. We can get you somewhere.
Your coaching staff is great. I want to give you an opportunity to talk about them for a second here. What do we need to know about the 2024 Heritage Panther coaching staff?
Honestly, I think we added one. We added a new O-line coach. We lost one. Our O-line coach got a new job, so we lost him. But we actually had a great addition from Nick Parrish. He actually played at Palm Bay High.
Yeah.
And then he went to FAU. So now he's our O-line coach. Great energy. He's running around here with his kids as well.
Yeah.
But, and then everybody else is returning. You got Coach Palmer. He's our quarterback's coach. My dad is still here.
Yeah.
We left him off of the
I apologize to him. I told him that was my fault. I'm going to fix it as soon as I get out of here.
But, he's still here. He's doing the DB special teams.
Yeah.
So most of the coaches that's been here for the last couple of years, for the last 5-6 years plus. So, same staff. I didn't want to change much because I know the dedication that they put in and they understand how passionate I am about this game. I just don't want to be out here and looking bad and unorganized and stuff. So
you just feel like, I know you're going into your second year, but even going into your first year last year, I always felt like you were a guy that because of your experience at every level, and it was your first year officially as a head coach, but you knew what this is and how to do this. And so let me ask you this. I ask every one of them about this schedule, and none of them blinked. They're all excited to play it. Yep. They're looking forward to play it. It's a challenge for them. They also want to be a deeper playoff team this year. Right now, and I know we still have the Kickoff Classic. Right now, next Friday night, we'll be 15 minutes into it, and I'm excited for that. But after that first 10 days of camp or whatever it is so far, what do you like about this team?
Well, for us, this first 10, 15 days, it was really us cleaning up what we did at team camp.
Right.
So we were ahead of the game from everybody. We just came back from team camp not too long ago, so we didn't have to go right into installing and doing all that other stuff.
Right.
Maybe the JV the JV guys have to do that, but for us, it was just cleaning up everything that we seen on the film from camp. So this team is, they're relentless. They're young and they're ready to go.
And what's the thing you'll push on the most, lean on them the most about this week as we get ready for the Kickoff Classic?
For the most part, I think we're just going to go and just be comfortable.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing, just being comfortable. Don't get too high, don't get too low, and just play our game because I know we can do it. I know we can play at a high level. I've seen it. They've seen it. And really just stay together. That's the biggest thing because they're so young, and a lot of them never played together in a game yet.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun this season. And, again, please go check out the preview we put up on Facebook today. And it's a pretty extensive preview, and it's got – they're going to be looking for their 8th playoff appearance in program history. This one, though, you get the feeling that with the points that they're going to be awarded with this schedule, and if they're 7-3 or 6-4, this is a team that once they reach the playoffs this year, they're going deep. I have that feeling about this team. It's a team with good size, good speed, and more importantly than anything, you heard these young men. They're well-spoken, they're focused, they're ready to go. Coach, thank you for having us, man.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. And so that's going to wrap it up. We want to thank Ubrzadi, and, of course, I want to thank Caleb Brown and Ontavia. I tell you, I'm still speechless.
I am too.
Ontavious McCullough down here.
This is great.
This is unbelievable that we're broadcasting inside of this gym, but we are. And a lot of great things lie ahead for Brevard Sports Network. And Ontavious and BA and Varsity Sports Nation. It's going to be a lot of fun this season, and you'll be along for the ride. So, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski with Coach Michael Benson signing off from Heritage Panther Media Day 2024. 1 week. Well, we got volleyball this week, so Wednesday, Thursday, you'll see volleyball here on BSN. Have a great night, everybody.
Yes, sir.